Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire. Welcome back to another video here today on the channel. Today, guys, we're going to be going over 10 times that Treyarch trolled the zombies community. There have been a lot of different things, whether it's, advertising or during a live stream or just stuff that they put in the game. It's great. There's so many of them, so I wanted to count down 10. Now, if you guys have any ones that you think I left out, let me know down below in the comment section, because this list was actually kind of hard to make, to find 10 things that Treyarch did to us. But anyways, without further ado, if you guys do go on to enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, guys. I know there's a lot of you guys that just watch the videos and aren't subscribed yet. So if you do subscribe, let me know down below in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video, guys. All right, guys, so starting it off in the number 10 spot is going to be the normal jump scares that you see around the map when you're playing zombies. Now, we saw the first one on Mob of the Dead, and then on Origins. Then we saw Zombified Richtofen on Shadows of Evil. Then we saw the Zetsubo one where the characters literally were doppelgangers and like turned around and scared you, which were definitely crazy. And then on Blood of the Dead, we saw the Shadow Man. And then on Classified, everyone knows we had my boy Last Gen Richtofen. I asked Jason Blundell to add that in, so I was super happy that that got added. And then on Alpha Omega, we have the guy way out in the distance. And then on Tog Der Toten, we also have two of them. So one of them is the Margwa, and the other one is actually going to be the man Pablo himself in the lighthouse, which is pretty crazy. And then last but not least, we got the one on Dead of the Night. So the reason that these are all such amazing trolls is because sometimes like you can accidentally do them 100%, because like there are certain scenarios where maybe you're using a sniper rifle and you like accidentally aim towards it without even thinking about it, and then you actually do get jump scared. Like that sound, that like scream noise that it makes when you aim at it, definitely can like shock you. And sometimes when you're kind of just looking around randomly for it and you find it, it makes it so funny. So like I've definitely been scared a couple times by accident, and I know a lot of people have as well. Sometimes you can troll your friends and be like, hey, look there, and let me know what happens, and then they like freak out because they get scared. So definitely a very good troll. I love jump scare Easter eggs. They're some of my absolute favorite in zombies history. So that one comes in at the number 10 spot. Coming in at the number 9 spot is going to be when the M1911, the classic zombies weapon, got added into Black Ops 3, but it wasn't in zombies. It actually got added to supply drops in multiplayer a very long time before it eventually came when Zombies Chronicles came out, and then got added into zombies after that. So as you guys know, the M1911 has been a classic weapon in all of zombies. We have the Colt 1911 in World at War, and then the M1911 in Black Ops 1 and 2. And it is by far like the best pistol when you pack punch it, Mustang and Sally's. Everyone loves it, but the community was totally trolled when Treyarch just was like not even thinking about adding it into zombies right when it came out. Now, Jason did say that it needed to be tested more for zombies, which is totally understandable, but at the same time, the entire zombies community was so pissed, and everyone felt like we were just getting trolled, that they didn't add in one of the most classic zombies weapons into zombies to begin with, and just in multiplayer. It didn't really make a lot of sense. Coming in at the number 8 spot is going to be one of the craziest trolls that Treyarch ever pulled. So as you guys know, Denizens were like widely regarded as one of the worst things in Black Ops 2 zombies. Everyone hated them on Transit. So what they decided to do at Treyarch is when they revealed and released the Uprising trailer, which was DLC 2 with Mob of the Dead, at the end of the trailer, they actually played a small sound clip of Denizens, and people were freaking out. People were so upset at this, and they were not happy about it. And I even remember like, oh no, you gotta be kidding me, they're back. And to be honest, it was actually a pretty good troll. So I'm gonna play a small clip of the Denizen, and then I'm gonna play the end of the trailer and see if you guys can hear it.
my evil ways.
Alright guys, coming in at the number 7 spot is going to be Factions. Talk about a major troll that Treyarch pulled on us. We had been anticipating this for so long. As you guys know, they announced this like at the beginning of Black Ops 4, and then it didn't come out at launch, and everyone was like so excited for when it was going to happen because it was so cool. You could do specific challenges and you could join a team, and then the teams would compete, and it was just a really cool idea. And then it got completely scrapped. And I even have a tweet from March 14th where Treyarch tweeted out, "Factions is planned for our next operation, with the team currently focused on releasing Ancient Evil DLC 2 in our next major update, followed by Dead of the Night Gauntlet, server pause, split screen pause, and more." So as you guys know, like, that was definitely a huge troll because we never got Factions. We got daily challenges, which is pretty similar, but Treyarch never adjusted again after this tweet. So I thought that was a pretty good troll on Treyarch's part. Whether or not it was intentional, it definitely got the community pretty riled up. All right guys, next up is going to be something that is definitely pretty interesting. And way back in June of 2012, Jimmy Zielinski tweeted out Shangri-La Mountains with a question mark. And a lot of people read way too far into this tweet and started looking at the mountains and trying to figure out some Easter egg that no one really knew. And eventually there was a rumor that came out that the Shangri-La isn't actually on Earth, it's on Mars. And it was a huge debate. If you guys remember, it was, you know, Reed and Nixaru were going back and forth at it at the time, and it ended up getting like really crazy. And eventually, as you guys know, in Tog der Toten, they added in the brand new secret Easter egg. And that secret Easter egg, when you actually get there, you see some sort of like Mars type figure out in the distance, and it plays the Shangri-La music. So whether or not this was connected at all, I just thought it was a really cool kind of troll that Treyarch added to the community. And let alone like the secret Easter egg in itself, getting there is a huge troll in itself, because it's ridiculously hard and people still don't even know how to do it. And I still don't really know, to be honest, either. So definitely a very good troll on Treyarch's part, tying those things together, and kind of, even if it's not really like a thing, just adding in the Shangri-La music and everything. I just thought it was absolutely hilarious. So that one comes in at the number 6 spot. All right guys, next up on the list is going to be number 5, and this was a troll that the people and coders at Treyarch pulled on data miners, and it's actually hilarious. So if you guys remember, way back in Black Ops 3, at the end, after the Easter egg was solved, there was data miners going into the code to look for a possible super Easter egg, and it turns out that the console code name for Revelations was ZM_Genesis, and they ended up making their way into a specific folder that had all of the cutscenes, the intros and the outros for every single map. And there was another one that was in there that was titled like ZM_Genesis video and something like that. So people ended up, you know, encoding the video and actually watching it, and it turns out that it was just the Shadows of Evil intro. And everyone was so mad because they thought there was another Easter egg ending with another cutscene, and it turned out it was just Treyarch pulling a complete troll on everyone, just having the Shadows cutscene, even though it was named ZM_Genesis and like the video. So that was a really good troll to pull on data miners, and I thought it was hilarious at the time. Obviously, I would have loved to see another like cutscene and things like that, or alternate ending, but unfortunately we didn't get one. All right guys, coming in at the number 4 spot is going to be the Apothecon Servant upgrade on Shadows of Evil. Now this is definitely something that stumped a lot of people, because when the map first came out, you could actually pack a bunch of the Apothecon Servant, and then they patched it, and then there was a way that if you held out a different gun and switched to it really quickly, you could actually pack a punch it still. So people were still doing that, and then after about 5 days of the game being out, they decided to completely remove it. Now obviously this gun is super overpowered. You can see in the gameplay how much ammo I have and how strong it actually is. Like, it's ridiculously good. So they ended up removing it, but if you go under the map and clip under the map, there's regular Margwa hearts, and then there's a dead Margwa heart, and then there's 2 different versions of the Apothecon servant, because it actually had a name when you pack a punch it. So there was a long time where people were constantly looking for an upgrade for the Apothecon servant on Shadows. I remember Noah did a bunch of streams. He even did a stream on Denizen trying to find an Apothecon servant, which obviously didn't work out for him. And it was just one of those things that Treyarch just trolled the community by completely removing it. Now eventually we got the upgrade on Revelations, which was nice, but at the time they never really said if there was one on Shadows, so it caused a lot of people to actually go looking for the upgrade, which I thought was a pretty good troll on the community. All right guys, next up on the list is going to be the major troll that Treyarch pulled, which is Bus Route B on Transit. Now this one is definitely a lot more like kind of one of those things that people thought was a real thing, and then it turned out that it wasn't anything at all, and people are hoping to see this if Transit ever gets remade. But in the spawn room on Bus Depot, you can actually see a Bus Route B that is located. Obviously you have Bus Route A, which is like the normal route that it takes on Transit, but then Bus Route B is underneath it, so that's why people are looking for it. And then recently there was a time when the timeline was coming out where Treyarch was tweeting a bunch of people DMs of pictures, and I think it was Glitch and Queen that got one that said Bus Route B on it as well. So it kind of just one of those things that was like a really good troll on Treyarch's part, adding this in even though it didn't actually lead anywhere. But I'm really excited to see if that ends up being something that we get if Transit is actually remastered. So I think it'd be really cool, and that one comes in at the number 3 spot. Next up on the list, coming in at the number 2 spot, is something that you guys may remember, and it dates back all the way to December 14th 2016, where Treyarch was doing a live stream, and Jason Blundell was there, and he was asked by John Raffis if he had anything to say to the zombies community, and he ended up having a sheet that he pulled out that he was like sitting on and said, "Sorry, but there's nothing I can share right now," or something like that. I'll play the clip right now. You guys can check it out.
Question, and obviously a lot of speculation and talk, and so sure. I've got an official statement I'd like to read to you.
Okay.
I'm afraid that I can't say anything right now. Thank you.
All right, excellent, excellent. We will feel that pain for some time to come.
Yes, wow. Yes.
All right.
So obviously that left a ton of people kind of on the edge of their seat, like, what is going on? We don't really know what was happening. And it turns out that they ended up releasing Newton's Cookbook pretty much right after that, as well as they ended up releasing Zombies Chronicles later in 2017, about like 5 or 6 months later after that live stream. So it was definitely one of those things that we knew there was something coming, but we didn't know what exactly was coming. And that was right at the time when everyone was starting to talk about DLC 5 being a possibility. And then obviously Zombies Chronicles came out, the zombies community exploded. It was probably the best time I've ever had playing zombies, and I think everyone enjoyed that time as well. So it was definitely just one of those things to kind of add to the plot of possibilities at the time, and it was just a really good troll because no one knew what was going to happen. And Jason Blundell is always so cryptic, so it just made it absolutely amazing. All right guys, and coming in at the number 1 spot is probably the absolute biggest troll we've ever seen in zombies, and this dates back all the way to Black Ops 2 on Die Rise and Mob of the Dead. So as you guys know, if you go to the docks on Mob of the Dead, there are actually 2 perks that are outside of the map. You have PhD and you also have Mule Kick, and obviously you can't use either of those on the map, unfortunately, because they're outside of the map. Well, Treyarch actually did the exact same thing on Die Rise with PhD Flopper and it's in the main elevator that you go down from the starting room. And when you go down that elevator, you can eventually see, like, very quickly, I'll pause where it stops, and basically when you're going down, there's a hallway with PhD Flopper on it. And people thought for the longest time in Black Ops 2 when it came out that you could eventually get PhD Flopper from a secret elevator or something. So it turns out obviously you can't, but at the same time, like, it would have been so nice to have PhD Flopper on Die Rise, because you have no falling damage, which would have been absolutely insane on Die Rise. You could like jump across the other skyscraper, fall like 60 feet, and then just land because you have no fall damage. And also, if you had like Mustang and Sally's and stuff, it would have been crazy. You would have no splash damage from the Liquefier. It would have been the most overpowered perk ever, and I think it would have been very, very cool to have. So that is definitely something that would have been amazing, but Treyarch trolled the community so hard with that one. So anyways, guys, those are 10 different trolls that Treyarch pulled on the community. If you guys enjoyed the video, like I said before, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.